I refuse to let us believe that you can't have a fulfilling, incredible wardrobe with a limited amount of clothing. You can still wear the same pieces over and over again, just changing a little detail, adding a new top on top, styling something underneath. Any of those things can truly make you feel like you're wearing something completely different. With that said, let's get into it. Not a shocker, I'm going to start off with a really simple base first for this first look. Now, nothing really going on here, right? Just a white tee, some gray slacks. So the first look is going to be kind of how you style it on a day to day. I would say here we've created the most normal everyday look that we can. We've really only added black elements, right? Black belt, black shoes, black purse. Good for any occasion, right? If you take anything away from this video, it's going to be buying a nice belt will always help. I don't want to say elevate your look, but just make it feel a little bit more presentable, or that can add a new focal point to the outfit. Now the question is, how do we make this same base a little bit different? How do we rewear it without feeling like we're wearing the same thing? So the same base, completely different vibe. What have we done? The belt's still on, it exists, but it's now more of a peekaboo element more than anything else. Shoes will always drastically change a look you're in. Then I added a little baseball cap because we're feeling a little bit sportier with sneakers for sure. I tend to love outfits I've noticed on like Pinterest or social media, for example, where a girl's wearing a thick crossbody strap. It feels like a cool new element to the look. And in my last video, Weird Fashion for Cool People, I talk about in the misplaced accessories category of weird things laid across someone's body. And I feel like this is a testament to that, just on a more normal scale. Little denim jacket never can do you any harm. I highly recommend thrifting a denim jacket, especially in the men's section. I love the oversized fit that they always give. Now, let's just rapid fire through a few more ways to make this one base look different. A little bit more of an eclectic style. We've added a funky bandana to almost mimic a little sarong on the pant, a little necklace from Terrachial, and then just a pair of comfy loafers because we're not stressing too much today. But say you're not someone who owns a lot of excess shoes and purses, that's completely okay. Light layering is the perfect strategy to go then. We have on here just a simple little red vest. I also love my matching, I don't know if you can see it, my matching red rose. But if you don't have a vest, your favorite cardigan or long sleeve that you can layer on top will do just fine and look just as cute. I do have to the counterpart of the red rose claw clip, a pink one. Wow, are we surprised to see me in this dress again in another video? No, and this is the perfect video for it because I have used this dress in almost every single one of my videos, and I have drastically styled it a different way each time, which is important because I think, as many of us do, we love the statement dress, but then feel like we can't always rewear it because it is a statement piece. Of course, we can wear it in our classic way, right? Just as the dress with a pair of little heels and a nice little shoulder bag. What else can we do? Well, you could always style a shirt underneath it. Love the competing patterns in this where it's striped and floral. It fits very well together. Or perhaps would you like a little long sleeve for our summer to fall transitional look? Probably my favorite look ever. And if you layer underneath, you can certainly layer on top. I would argue not to put your sundresses away during fall and winter, especially if they're a maxi dress, because the dual utilization of them goes crazy. Maxi dress turned now into almost maxi skirt. And if you add in fleece lined tights underneath, you will truly be set. You will be warmer in here more than you would be with a pair of jeans on. Still wearing the same boots as the last clip, but completely different vibe we have going on right now. And had to bring back the denim jacket because it is a classic to just put over an outfit. I even like the fact that we've been managed from the first clip to now, slowly getting a little bit more fall time with each item we've added. So it's a good sentiment to maintain that your pieces are multifaceted and can kind of be used around all seasons. Obviously, a bikini is not going to do well in winter, but some pieces really can exist throughout the entire year. A close up first so you can see the polka dots on the skirt. Now we're off to starting off with another base outfit and seeing how we can play around from here. Can I tell you guys something super embarrassing and you promise not to make fun of me? I trust you. This tank top that I am wearing is from Justice. As in, I got this tank top when I was like 10 years old, and here I am 15 years later, still wearing it. Yeah, the chest area didn't grow that much, but two, a testament to, oh my gosh, how good am I at owning my clothing for a long time? I like what I like, and this tank top I like enough to have kept with me. So this is how I would probably wear the outfit. I like to have the option to cover up when I wear a tank top, and so I have this go-to blouse of mine that I got from Madewell a couple years ago, and it's perfect. I love the fit of it. And yeah, despite the fact that I wanted more covered up, I did show a little of my stomach here. I tucked the tank top a little bit just because I didn't want to see more of a dress. And because I'm wearing these flip flops, I wanted a casual look in a way. And even if I put my hair up, that would definitely casualify it a little bit more. And if you get to the point that I'm saying and can see those ballet flats, we can turn this from a casual dinner look with some friends to now date night. Now to something you might wear more on a date or just a little bit fancier of an event. These zebra print ballet flats, some little jewelries, my favorite little gemstone in the world. And I get these two are not drastically different, but I also wanted to add how accessories can really play into feeling differently about an outfit to yourself. So going from a flip-flop to a ballet flat, going to add some accessories, it creates a different almost ambiance or energy around the outfit that you're putting on and makes you feel like you're wearing something completely different. Yet again, the base stays the exact same, but adding two different details. This little gray cardigan and these gorgeous pink boots. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world whenever I go on eBay. And if we're still talking accessories, I've talked a lot about statement belts on this channel, and well, this one is from my mommy, which thank you so much for sending to me recently. And I think it completely changes up this look. I feel like I'm in an entirely new outfit. I feel like I'm ready to go out and party with friends. I'm a hoot who wouldn't want to hang out with me. The belt is clearly giving me an overdose of confidence for some weird reason. But yet again, seriously, we are at the base of this outfit, and adding a belt makes it feel completely different. We're able to rewear our clothing over and over again, even if we don't have that many items to play around with. But rewearing your clothing doesn't just involve having to do different accessories in different colors, contrasting from what you're wearing. You can wear the same color as long as you have a new texture or layer, adding a little bit of dimension, something that can add a little bit of dimension to the look. That makes it different as well and feel different, right? I'm wearing this sheer blouse and hopefully it's appearing well on camera. But I love just this little addition of this sheer fabric. Like I said, I like kind of being covered up sometimes with the tank top, and this adds that element again. Different, way different than how the white blouse presented itself, but you're still feeling fun, funky, and fresh. I even would tie it up too, but I think I actually like it just laying flat. And the close up of me was trying to show that I was wearing a little funky pom pom earring. I don't think I have dark brown hair, so I don't really think those things caught on. So all black, and yet again different from the last outfit, different from the outfit before. It is very easy to feel like you're wearing a new outfit when you have drastically different textures on. I love a statement skirt, as many of us do, and I take it upon myself to do my toughest one because it has such hyper specific colors that I don't own many of in my wardrobe. Whereas I could have done my plaid maxi skirt, but I wear that all the time. I know how to rewear that. This one, I've still been learning how to do as such. So, be the most plain way to wear just classic little mini person heels. Feels just like on a little day out with friends. But I want to help myself figure out different ways to wear it where it doesn't feel like the same thing over and over again. And also, if you guys have a pattern statement skirt and are struggling with it, maybe give you some inspiration. I am freaking out over how much I love this. There's two things I have to say. One, when I first originally got this skirt, I saw the matching top with it, and it was this gorgeous purple top, but I couldn't afford both in the Toy Burch outlet store. And so it was super on sale during Christmas time. And so I was like, you know what? The skirt is a good enough, amazing Christmas gift. I don't need both. And ever since then, me, my mom, and my dad have all regretted not getting me the top because of how cute it was. And I think I just did it right now. And you might be wondering what does did mean in this situation? Are you ready for this? I swear this is leading to something normal. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually a dress. It's actually a little midi dress that I super adore and love, but it's super thin. So this gorgeous skirt was able to fit underneath. And so yet again, in terms of rewearing your clothing, yes, we're trying to rewear our things over and over again, but also we can learn to move them around and make them a little bit weirder from what they originally were. So this dress becomes a top. A dress becomes a skirt. Little things like that will make you feel like you have a new wardrobe entirely. Oh, but we do not stop there. We can wear our favorite vest backwards, and it works just as well as forwards. I love the fuzziness of the sweater. Little close up of it. So cute. And something as simple as tucking in a top versus not can drastically change the vibe of it, how you feel in it.
Cutting to an example of one of my favorite outfits, because I think it objectively looks cute both ways, but they just pair so differently and can be used for such different events that I think it's worth it to factor that in.
And that's an important aspect to consider when rewearing an item, of course. Because if it feels different, then you think you'll look different, and then you'll want to rewear those pieces again and again. I mean, yeah, to me, the tucking in really makes a big difference in my eyes, especially with like simple classic looks. I know this is obviously one of our funky ones where we're addressing a funky skirt, but a clean classic look where when you choose to tuck it in, the top versus not, really has an impact of making it seem casual versus fancy. And can you tell I'm craving fall? It hit 62 this morning. I lost my mind. I was ready to just run outside and frolic for the day. I recently finished a jar of pickles, and so I've been using the jar as my coffee drink because I've been really into making coffee beverages at home. And this one is an sugar cookie iced coffee. I think there's one underlying theme in this video, which is when in doubt, put on denim. Clearly, that's been a trend along all these videos. Obviously, this is a denim t shirt, not a jacket, but I could easily envision that with my white t shirt. And yes, I'm exposing you to my silliest little shoe to ever exist. My boyfriend and I like to call them my little lad shoes, and they are quite silly and weird and ugly cute, dare I say. And they just felt right with this outfit. Of course, we'd expect to see the classic white top with a mini black skirt. Infinite possibilities with this look, in my humble opinion. The easiest way, of course, is light layering. This is, of my many vests that I have, this is my favorite vest. I got it from a thrift bundle from Purple Rose Vintage, and it's my favorite thing ever. The pattern, the stripes, the argyle, the colors, so freaking good. And I can pop this bad boy over anything. So a vest really is good when it comes to wanting to really feel like you can rewear stuff. You can very easily add a statement sock, a knee-high sock, or even a pair of tights with this look to completely revive it. Or perhaps another sweater vest. Yet again, I could not think of two more drastically different looking outfits coming from the exact same base. As in, here is the side by side, and it's quite crazy to me. Also, my boyfriend calls these my Gretchen glasses. I don't know if any of you guys remember the show Recess. It was a cartoon. It was my favorite when I was little. I believe I identify more with Ashley though. If you know what TV show I'm talking about, please comment below. Sometimes I bring it up with people and they are like, "What TV show are you possibly talking about?" You know, the little things, the little designs, the details will make you feel like you have an entirely different outfit on. And I used to be an avid wearer of my white Reeboks with a little white ankle sock, and I fell off of it after I graduated, and more recently, I've been starting to love it again. I've missed it. I've missed a classic white sneaker. I will be bringing it back for myself. I love a colorful type, but I also love one that's not like a standout piece. That dark forest green, it's not too in your face, but it still feels fun and youthful. Welcome. I think Buster gives this outfit a 10 out of 10. May I have your opinion, sir? I have nothing else to say about this outfit. The most important part was the little Buster appearance in this. When I was a little kid, I absolutely hated when you could see the white peeking out from underneath my sweater if I was wearing a t-shirt underneath. If little me could see me now, she would yell at me to get better fashion taste. Anywho, I want to add this little bandana because it actually makes a huge difference with the outfit. And like I said, accessories can always play into that. But what I think is really cool is actually the fact that this little hook that's holding it together is just an earring of mine. You a tight small earring of mine, you cinch it in and it holds the bandana all day in place without having to do a knot or buying one of those really expensive gold clasps that apparently exist for bandanas. Just reutilize your earring. Clearly pulled straight out of my video on I Got Styled by the It Girls of the 90s. And yet again, another slam dunk. Yet again, still the same base. You don't need that many pieces of clothing to create this many unique feeling looks, right? Arguably, one could say, well, you wore a bunch of different tops on top. Yes, but also the base never changed. And when I make these styling videos, I typically have a huge pile of clothing on at the end, and it's drastically reduced because these pieces that are, for example, a vest that can go on top, a shirt that can go underneath, those are not that crazy of pieces that you wouldn't reutilize already or have in your wardrobe. It's just about mixing around things and seeing where they can fit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I think there's so many ways we can reuse and rewear pieces in our closet and have a different look and feel with every single one of them. Let me know what you do to rewear your clothing and make it feel different. And subscribe if you're feeling crazy. And I hope you have a lovely day.